Welcome back to PDQPD. You may remember that last week I covered some of the updates in Google Slides, and this week I'd like to continue with that. Specifically, I'd like to show you how to link slides, skip slides, and integrate Google Keep from within Google Slides. This first feature, linking slides, allows you to dynamically link a slide from one presentation to another so that when you change info in one, it can be changed in all of the others. For example, you may have a slide with test data that you use in a number of presentations. When the data changes, you have to go into all the presentations where that slide is used and manually update the slide. With this new feature, you simply have an update button on the slides, and it updates the information when you change it in the initial slide. So here's how it works. You can see here on the screen that I have a slide that I've entered a simple diagram, and I put in some numerical data here, and then I also put some text in here, Title 1, Title 2, Title 3, Title 4. So here's what I need to do. I'm going to go to the thumbnail view, and on this slide, I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to select Copy. Then I'm going to go, I've got another presentation open here, I'm going to go to this presentation, and down here at the bottom, I'm going to right-click, or anywhere I want, but in this case I'm going to choose the bottom. I'm going to right click and I'm going to select paste. And you notice that it pastes that slide from the initial presentation into this new presentation. But it also brings up a link option box here where I can choose to link the slides or do not link the slides. If I want it to remain static, I select do not link, but in this case I want to select link slides. And it puts the information into this slide deck. Now I'm going to go back to my initial one, and I'm going to change some of the numbers in the text here just to show you. So you can see I've changed the numbers and a little bit of the text. Now I'm going to go back to the slide where this information was linked, and up here in the upper right corner there's a little link button where I can choose the link slide options. Now notice that the old information is here right now. 80% Title 1, 14% Title 2, etc. Now, when I select the Update button, after a second it changes the numbers and the text to the information that I changed it in the original slide. So this way, every time you go to present, all you need to do is go into these slides and click Update, and it will update your information. That's a pretty slick little feature that should save you some time if you use slides in multiple presentations. Now this next feature is relatively simple. You've probably created a slide deck for a lesson and then needed a shortened version of it for another lesson, either in a different class or for a different year. Up until now, you had to either quickly click through the unneeded slides as you presented, or you had to make a copy of the entire presentation and delete the slides that you don't need. One of the new updates in Google Slides allows you to skip slides, and the process is pretty simple. So I'm going to look at this slide deck that I have here that I use occasionally for troubleshooting. And let's say I do this in different buildings. Down here at the bottom I have 3 slides that have contact information for various places. So I'm going to go into this thumbnail slide, and for example, let's say in this presentation I need to just skip the contacts altogether. I don't have very much time, so I need to skip the contact slides just to squeeze in the time. I'm going to right click on the slide, and I'm going to select skip slide, and you notice a little eyeball with a slash comes up through it. I'm going to go to the second one, do the same thing, and the third one, and skip the slide as well. Now, when I go back to the present and start from the beginning, it'll present and it'll go down, click through all the way down through slides 27, 28, 29, and 30. And then on the next click, it will skip all the way down to 34, and it will skip those 3 slides. When I'm ready to go back to maybe the initial school where I need these again to present, I can right click on it and deselect the skip slide, and it brings those all back. So that's how you skip slides. Finally, a feature that I really have come to depend on a lot is Google Keep, and Google Keep is now integrated with Google Slides. Now, this has been a feature of the other G Suite apps for a while, but this new update adds it to Slides. So I'm going back to my blank document here, my blank presentation that I created just for an example, and I'm going to go down to this second slide, and you see how it's already has the formatting for this particular slide. I'm going to go up to the Tools menu, and I'm going to select Keep Notepad because I already use Google Keep. I keep notes in Google Keep, I keep some images and that sort of thing. So as I select Google Keep, it opens in a sidebar here and it gives me some notes that I've taken, has some pictures, etc. Now, this is where it gets kind of neat. If you've made the notes in Google Keep, you can simply click and drag from Google Keep right into the existing text box. And you see that it pulls the information in and it formats it the same way, the same text and the same size roughly as it was in the formatted text box. I'm going to click the back arrow to get out of this, but that shows you how that drags in. Now in this case I have a picture. I'm going to take the picture, drag it in. Now it's a picture, so it's not going to fit in the text box, but it blows it up quite large, and then you can take the handles and you can adjust the size. This is a way that if you use Google Keep to take notes, take pictures, and keep track of some things the way I do, you can use that to integrate directly into your Google Slides. It just kind of brings all of your features together. So those are a few of the treats that have been added to Google Slides recently. Hope this PDQ PD was useful to you, and have a great day.